As we celebrate mothers in their lives, thousands of people and mothers-to-be across the country will spend the day in a shelter for those escaping domestic violence. Homelessness is a pressing issue affecting millions of individuals and families around the country. Among those affected by the crisis are homeless mothers who face a unique set of challenges. And let's now speak to Veronica, who's joining us this morning. Veronica, very good morning to you. And happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. But unfortunately, for some of them, it is not a cause of celebration.
That's right, Aldrin. The reality is hundreds, if not thousands of women celebrating mothers today are facing homelessness. Despite the uncertainty and the extreme hardships that they have faced, they've been able, in fact, the women that we are celebrating here today have been able to overcome that while, trying to create a safe environment for their children, while simultaneously at the same time trying to protect them as well from the stigma of being homeless. Today we are in fact at the Heartley shelter in Yeoville in the heart of Johannesburg. This home caters to about more than 45 women with their children who have come here to seek shelter while fighting what is clearly a real issue and a crisis in the city of Johannesburg. This shelter is among like those in Johannesburg, has been opened for more than 100 years, and they've been catering to women who have escaped a series of issues: abuse, domestic violence. Some here are even just simply looking for jobs. And I can tell you on this Mother's Day morning, there really is, you can hear just some of the kids playing around. And in fact, as we approach just the outside of this shelter that has been really a haven for many women here in Johannesburg, we can see that some of the women, in fact, if our camera operator, Luanda, can just pan, have been enjoying just a simple Sunday, sort of brunching outside, having time with their children. These are obviously just some of the mothers that we are going to be celebrating and hopefully having an opportunity to speak to them about what it takes essentially, not just to be a mother, but also a mother in these circumstances where their boundless love, their bravery is also part of sheltering and providing that love to their children. We're speaking now to Sharon, who is a manager here at the Heartley shelter. She's been really incredible with the mothers today. As you can see from her beautiful look and attire, we're celebrating Mother's Day. A happy Mother's Day to you, Sharon. But first and foremost, just tell us a little bit more about the shelter and the kind of women that you see, that we take in, the brave women that come in here day to day.
Thanks, Veronica. Happy Mother's Day to your viewers. My name is Sharon, and I'm the client liaison at Heartley Shelter. So we take in young women who are aged between 19 and 35 who are encountering or are facing homelessness in Johannesburg due to various reasons. So the main factor, unfortunately, is the scourge of gender-based violence at the moment in South Africa, which means that some of these young women have had to flee their abusive intimate partners, abusive boyfriends, baby daddies, or husbands in some cases. So then what do you do if you are in such a situation? You give us a call, and then we do a vulnerability assessment just to check how we as an organization can assist you and the children in most cases. So what we do is we take in a young woman and her children, and then we give them a place to stay. We also assist them with skills training and development. We do trauma debriefing because in some cases these young women have already had to go through a lot of abuse before they finally okay, enough is enough, let me reach out for help. So we also do a lot of trauma debriefing in the form of music therapy. We've got a one-on-one counselor, and then we also have a lot of initiatives that we're doing as a shelter, including community development, as well as a lot of community outreach projects. So then what else? What other reasons can land a young woman homeless in South Africa, particularly in Johannesburg? It's also, besides abuse, it can also be a situation where you lose your job and then you deplete your UIF, because it does deplete at some point. What do you do with the kids? Then this is the place where you reach out to, and hopefully we will be in a position to assist you. But however, because most of the shelters like ours are currently closing due to lack of funding, we are almost always inundated with requests for shelter. But unfortunately, we are full to capacity. I can say from January, we've just been operating at full capacity due to the issues that are happening around us. Our sister shelters are closing, and then they've had to bring in some of their young women to our shelter. Some of them we can take, but some of them we can't take. But most of the time, it's been due to space constraints. We actually are full to capacity.
And Sharon, for you, a day like this, Mother's Day, having seen the young women and the brave women that do come through the shelter, how do we celebrate as South Africans, women who have taken, the initiative to find themselves looking for safe havens? Not only celebrate, but also how do we support shelters like this that provide at least that second chance for mothers across Johannesburg?
Okay, first of all, we really applaud women that take the stand to say, okay, I really need help, and then they come through to us. How can you support us? We've got various pillars that you can sponsor towards. We've got a lot of volunteer programs. We've got a lot of partnerships that we do with corporates, international funders, as well as individuals. So you are welcome to reach out. You can send me an email on info@feederheartley.org. Hit us on Instagram. Come through to our Facebook page, or give us a call, 011-648-6005. So for our young women who are in our care today, we're just trying to make Mother's Day as special as it can be for them. I mean, these are people who have already been through a lot, and we are just trying to make it special for them. They are still mothers. They still need to be embraced. And yeah, this is who we are. Thank you.
Well, Arjun, I can tell you that there is definitely a sense of warmth and love from some of the mothers that we have spoken to here. But really, the reason that we as Newzroom Afrika have come here to say that, Mother's Day should not only just be about the warm breakfasts, the hugs and the cards, but also to raise truly the plight of homelessness and the support needed to homeless mothers across not just Johannesburg, but South Africa at large.
Veronica, Makhoali, thank you so much there for that report. And also, of course, again, the plight that many women in this country face when it comes to gender-based violence.